All right. Hi, everybody. It's me. It's Aaron W Chen from Composed and Focus Studios. And yeah, so here I am at the end of week 9 talking about week 7. Yes, let's just go really quickly through what photos I like from week 6, just like normal when I go over the previous week's photos. And I actually liked quite a few. I was surprised. I think it was about 5, but I wanted to cut it down to 3. They were kind of similar subject material, so I thought it was easier to cut down. For the first one, I liked this pretty detailed and somewhat chaotic close-up of the posters that are on the light lamp posts around here, and how they stack up, and over time they just kind of wear down, and you end up having different levels of stuff. And I really like this one. Especially the torn face photo that's in there, it felt like it added like a spookiness or a creepiness to it that kind of went with like that feel of the texture of this worn paper. And I like the chaos in this one, so I thought it was pretty cool. I actually tried Adobe's new enhanced details with this photo to see what it could do, and seemed okay. Um, yeah, for photo 2, I liked this one that was taken at Pike Place Market. And the reason why I like it, it's a streetscape, and I felt like it showed how many people can be there, even though it was really just like a small portion of the market. And this one, if you look at it longer, you can actually see people in different levels and different. So, like in the background, you'll see some people, and then in the foreground, you'll clearly see some people, and there's just like people everywhere. But it requires longer looks. And I also felt like this one was like nicely chaotic in a way. And my last and likely favorite photo from week 6 was this one. So I saw a rental bike while I was eating breakfast on Saturday of week 7. Yes, week 7. And it started raining. I had my umbrella, and as I walked back to my place, I walked by this bike, and it was on its side, and I just liked how the raindrops had formed on the dark fender, and also this like really bright, intense teal, and the color of the bike, the red, they just stood out a lot on this against the dark fender with the raindrops. And I don't know, I just really liked it. So I just kind of squatted down and held my umbrella over my head and just started taking pictures. I don't know, if you don't like it, that's fine. I just felt like a draw to it for whatever reason. Um, for coding, this week was project week. So it was the project for Mod 3, and what we ended up doing was we were given choices to pick from a few different databases, and they told us we'd be doing SQL, and basically taking SQL and extracting a bunch of information so we could do using SQL to extract a bunch of information from these databases so that we could do hypothesis testing. So my partner and I, Allison, so we decided to look at data that had been scraped from the University of Madison at Wisconsin. And it contained things like classes, schedules, locations, grades. Yeah, it was really cool. So what we ended up doing, we wanted to see for hypothesis testing if things like STEM or non-STEM classes, whether classes were held in the morning or in the afternoon, weekday or weekend, if teachers graded consistently inside departments, and we wanted to take those factors and just see what effect they had on GPAs. So it was pretty cool. We did get like some pretty cool results out of it, and then it was fun to actually do this because we really felt like skilled data analysts at the end of the week. One of the things that we found out during the presentation, which isn't quite so good, but we failed to do one type of test that sees whether or not we're basically sampling the same data for different hypotheses. So for instance, when I did weekday versus weekend testing, what I actually did was each weekday versus each weekend day. And the problem is like those classes overlap. So you rarely have a class that's like only on Monday, right? So they did, even though it was weird that each day, like Monday's GPAs were different from like Wednesday's GPAs, that still didn't factor in like this, like I'm repeating some of the data. So I was glad it was pointed out to us because that means there's something we can improve on, especially since we do want to touch it up more when we actually put it up on our websites. So yeah, still really helpful, and I was really appreciative, and I for sure will 100% own up to the fact that I just did something wrong and have the opportunity to learn from it. So it was really cool. And then in terms of exploration this week, I actually did not do that much. The thing with Project Week, I didn't realize how close I was to the camera. The thing with Project Week is that while we're here, we're basically, they give us the whole like school day to do projects and then ask the coaches and the instructors for help. But then I usually stay later and I just want to keep working on the data or like work on something related. And then this week we also had, I believe, a few networking things that happened in the evening. So like I really didn't get to explore very much. I just went to the gym in the morning and then I came to class and that was pretty much it. Yeah, so I only got a couple photos, like a shockingly low amount, but I'll show them all here. So yeah, that was the end of week 7. Week 7, yes. And then for week 8, we start actually going into a new module. We go into module 4, which is calculus and then time series testing. And now we're starting to catch up to real time. Week 8 was 2 weeks ago, and we just finished the project for that mod. So yeah, all right, so plenty of time for typical YouTube stuff. If you like this video, like it. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. If you'd like to hear more, reach out to me. You can either leave a comment below or hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. All those links will be in the description below. And I'm hoping to hear from you. If anyone you know might find this helpful or interesting, feel free to share it with them. And then if you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing so you can see more of what I'm doing, see more of what's coming. But yeah, anyway, I will hope to see from you soon. Probably record from maybe another location tomorrow. Who knows? All right. Talk to you later. Bye.